Hey friends. Hi. I feel like I have not been on here in forever. So if this is your first time ever catching one of my lives, my name is Ashley and I own Charlie Rose Creations. I make and sell glitter tumblers and I teach other women how to make and sell their own. So this feels kind of weird because I haven't done it in so long. Like what, two or 3 weeks or something like that. It's a weird feeling for somebody who does work a lot. It's a weird feeling not working and not coming on here and going live when you're so used to being on here. So when you come on, say hi. I'd love to know where you're from. Happy New Year. Doesn't feel like it should be the new year, mostly because we are not the type of people that stay up till midnight. That's not us. So I'm so glad to be back. Okay, so today I'm obviously, since I'm sitting, usually you can tell if I'm sitting, if it's going to be a talky type thing. And then if I'm standing up, I'm usually glittering and doing other things. So anyway, so today I have a lot of people on here who are new, who've never catched my lives or anything like that. Don't know who I am. Probably maybe don't even care who I am. I don't know. So anyway, I thought a lot of people always ask me what my story is, how I got started, and all of that. So I kind of wanted to go through that with you guys, who I am, what my life is like, how I got to do what I do. And so yeah, because oh, that's awesome, Danielle. So Danielle is watching me while she's also glittering cups. That's great. And since I'm talking, you technically don't have to even see me, so that's even better. So anyway, number one, super glad to be back. So my name is Ashley and I make and sell glitter tumblers. I've already said this, but whatever. But I also teach other women how to make and sell their own. And I do that in 2 different ways. I do that here on my page. This stuff is free. And I'll give a lot of free stuff here. But I also have a paid group where I teach things more in depth. But anyway, so how I got started. So 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago, because in April will be 3 years, I had my second child and we decided that I needed to stay home. That's where my heart was. That's what I wanted to do. And we weren't really sure how we were going to afford that, but we were going to do it anyway. And so we did. And so I quit my teaching job. I used to teach 7th grade English and math. And I quit that job and I came home and I stayed at home. And I love being at home with my kids. Love it, love it, love it. But, and if you stay at home with your kids, you may know what I'm talking about. I felt like I was only mom. That was it. And while that's a wonderful job and a wonderful role to play, I felt like I kind of wanted something that was creative to do, because when I was a teacher, I got to do I was the lead teacher. I got to work on a lot of stuff for that. And I got to be creative with my lesson plans. And I didn't have that as much anymore. So anyway, I ran across, I think somebody I went to high school with had a silhouette. My mom also had one and I was never interested. But anyway, I saw that she was like making shirts and stuff. I was like, oh, this is great. This is what I need. I'm going to make shirts for my babies. So I bought one, like when the 3 had just come out. So it's like 2.5 years ago, and bought one. And then I get it in and I'm like, I can totally sell things because I don't do anything halfway. And I believe I can do all the things all the time, which is not necessarily a good thing. And so anyway, my mom, bless her, she was trying to help me. And so she kept sending me like all of these pins on Pinterest. Like, oh, you can make this, you can make this. And so I made all of the things, but none of them were things that set my heart on fire. None of them. I didn't love them. And the idea of making them for people over and over again kind of made me like want to curl up in a ball and cry. I didn't want to do it. And so then I ran across somebody who was making tumblers but they were like spray painting it and doing that spray glitter over it. And I was like, oh, I don't really like the way that looks. And so I tried that for a couple times. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do regular glitter. I'm just going to do real glitter, put it on a tumbler, and see how it goes. And it took me about 6 months to get it working where I felt like I was really comfortable with it. And yeah. So I probably sold sooner than I should have. I sold a lot of painted tumblers in the beginning. But yeah, it took me, I don't know, like 4 to 6 months where I felt like I was actually making decent tumblers. And so then I started selling on Etsy because I didn't know how to do anything with Facebook. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to post, what not to post. I had no idea. So I started selling on Etsy, which is really good for someone who has no idea how to build their social media. Like no idea. Hang on, sorry, I get distracted by comments. Marie, they're empty because I am replacing, I don't know if you can see, I'm replacing them with mine. So I'm slowly filling them back up. And so since I don't have as many colors, I'm just working on adding some more. So, because Lord knows I need more glitter. And so anyway, I sold on Etsy for a long time and I did very well, but I think, let's see, it was August of 2017, because last year was 2018. August of 2017, I joined my business coaching group. That's with Jennifer Allwood. If you don't follow her, for real, do it. She's just a bundle of like wisdom and just awesomeness, and she's just really great. And so I joined her group in August, but I didn't want to do any of the things. I didn't want to do any of the things that she told me to because I was scared. I was so scared. So one of the biggest things she talks about doing is going live. And for someone who is still struggling with like losing, I had 2 babies back to back. They're 20 months apart. So I was overweight when I got pregnant the first time, or I was bigger than what was normal for me when I got pregnant with Henry. And then I hadn't lost like any of his baby weight and I got pregnant again. So that was really hard for me because I didn't feel super great about myself. And so the idea of going live when you don't feel wonderful is really scary. And so I didn't want to do it. So I didn't start going live until like March, May, something like that. Yeah, Jennifer Allwood. That's who my business coach is. And she's got a page on here. You just type in Jennifer Allwood and yeah, so she does a lot of lives on there, and she's supposed to be opening up her coaching group again next week. I think it's only to the people on her email list though, but you can get on her email list if you go to her website. And so even if you just need to follow somebody who's encouraging, she is wonderful. So yeah, and then here we are, and like 2018 is over, and I did things in 2018 that, number one, I said I'd never do. And then I did things in 2018 that I thought weren't on my path, or like weren't things that were going to happen for like 2 more years, and I did them. And yeah, 2018 was just, it was great, but it was also like a year of all of the things that like I just didn't think would happen. So yeah. So anyway, the reason I added that last little bit on about the little description where I was like, we're in 2019. So all day today when I've scrolled Facebook or Instagram, all of these people kept saying things like, you know, I've just made all of these wonderful goals for 2019 and all this other stuff. And like, here's my word of the year. And here are all these things. And I'm like I'm sitting here going, I kind of wanted to cry. I'm also an emotional person if you've never followed me. I was like, I don't even know what things to put down as my goals. I don't know. So if you feel like that, then you're with me. So anyway, I ran across Jennifer Allwood's Instagram post tonight. She posted about 45 minutes ago. And I mean, it made me almost cry because she was talking about how she's not making any goals either. And it gave me such a sense of peace, I guess, that I wasn't the only person who was just overwhelmed with goals. Set your resolutions. Do this, do that, do this. If you don't do these things, then your business isn't gonna do well. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just couldn't. I didn't even know what things to hope for. So let's talk about things in 2018 that I did not expect to happen at all. So first of all, I think it's important to note that at the beginning of 2018, I had maybe 500 people on this page. 500 people. I think it was May, I had maybe 700 people, okay? So I gained 200 people in 5 months? So, that's where I was. And then we're starting 2019 and I have 22,000 people on my page, which is amazing to me. Number one, because I never dared to dream that that would be where I was at, ever. I didn't even know to hope for that. So yeah, that was just nothing I expected. And so if that wasn't what I expected, then I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is things happened that I wasn't ready for them. And so I don't want to make I didn't think I was ready. I don't want to make goals that, because when I make goals for myself, I get hyper focused on them. And I get hyper focused on my goals and that's all I see. And I miss everything else. And that's just one of my personality defects, maybe. I don't know. And so I think that it's important for me. And if you don't know, I'm definitely a person of faith. And so I feel like, so what she wrote in her post was that she just wanted to be able to hear what the Lord said to her, told her to do, and just be obedient. And I was like, if there's any word for me for 2019, I just want to be obedient. That's all I want to do. So my page exploded. Well, to me, it exploded. And so, holy moly. Then I opened up a membership group, which again was not on my radar for years, like maybe a year or two. That wasn't on my radar at all. And it happened what did I open it in September of last year? And it was not on my radar at all. And then I used to say, I haven't mentioned this in here. I have talked about it in the group. But I've always said that I was never going to sell glitter. Ever, ever, ever. I was never going to do it. Never, ever. I was never going to sell glitter. And I ended up doing that. I've been doing it for about, about a month or two. But right now I'm only selling to my group because I'm kind of a little nervous about opening it to the public. And so, so these things happened and I never expected them to. I did not want to go live on a regular basis at all. And pretty much from May until September, I went live 3 days a week, every single week. I don't think I missed a day. So, and so I have gotten, it's just, so if you are feeling like I was, and kind of like I still am, why is it still doing it where I can't? 6-ish weeks. Okay. So Shauna said I've been selling glitter for about 6-ish weeks. But my point is that just because it's a new year, there's a new month on the calendar, you shouldn't have to feel like you have to do all these things, to be successful, whatever that is. And so like for me and my husband, I don't do resolutions because I feel like it's just For me, it is, if I call it a resolution, I'm going to quit. It puts too much pressure on myself, and yeah, I'm going to quit. So anyway, me and my husband were healthy for, like, we ate really healthy and did all the things for about a year. And then Christmas happened, and I was like, I can't stress about what I put in my mouth. I just need to be able to eat whatever I want to. And so we have been off our healthy wagon for a long time. And so we're going to start eating correctly. But to me, this doesn't feel like something new. It feels like I'm getting back to what's right. And so, if you follow me on Instagram, one of the things I want to start doing is I need to be better about stories. It's where I connect with people. That's where people, message me. And, apparently people like to hear about the things that happen in our life, and I don't know, and see our kids and stuff like that. So anyway, I mentioned this in my group, and I did not start our healthy eating today. Let me just say, I did not start my healthy eating today, because I don't care that it's the first. I'm going to start it when I want to start it, which will be tomorrow. And so anyway, I'm going to talk about that in my stories. So yes, resolutions and goals and I don't even know what all of the other words are that people have used. And I'm just like I get anxiety really bad. And it was like, I felt like I needed to get like my weighted blanket and like lay under it, and just like my chest felt tight. I was like, I can't do this. It's like, I can't do this. I can't pick a goal. I don't even know what I could, if you told me, like right now, there's nothing. If you say, Ashley, you have to pick a goal for your business, I don't know what to have. And I'm going to say right now that that's okay. That's okay for me. I don't know, and that's okay. Because when I do make goals, apparently, like, God has way other plans for me. And he's like, nope, you're going to do this. And that's what I end up doing. So, anyway, so I guess it's not a goal because it's going to happen. I'm doing 32 days of live. So if you haven't seen this, I'm going to be doing this for 32 days. Somebody asked me, what's special about the number 32? There's nothing special about the number 32. For this purpose, I'm doing the 1st through the 31st, but then I wanted to also do the last day that the card is open for the group, which is February 1st. So that's 32 days, if I can add correctly, 31 in January plus the 1st. So that's 32 days. And then I'll go back to like some regularly scheduled, regular lives, because I like having a routine. Ashley needs a routine. So Meg, I can't see the rest of your comment. I think you're asking about a weighted blanket. So I follow Young House Love. If you don't follow them, they're just the cutest. And so anyway, I bought the one that she recommended. It wasn't the most expensive one that was out there, but I think we got a 15-pound one, because my weight could either go with the 10-pound or with the 15. I was like right there in the middle. My weight went with both. So I went with the heavier one, because I was like, maybe I need more. And so anyway, I got one and I slept with it for a long time, and I loved it. And then I started sleeping bad again. And so Brandon, the last 3 days, Brandon has been sleeping with it, and I've been sleeping under our regular comforter. But I wake up still groggy. I don't know. I think that's just one of those things. Suzanne, oh, I don't. That is coming. Okay, so Suzanne brought up a great point. Dates of things that are coming up, if you're still hanging in here with me. So, January 4th, which is this Friday, I'm going to be having my first live sale of the year. And so what a live sale is that I have cups that are already made. They have 2 coats of epoxy on them. I can't tell you right now how many I have, because I'm not sure, because I did them a while ago. And so anyway, they're ready for a decal and for me to seal them, so you get the cups faster. And so the way a live sale works is, we'll use this one. This is not ready. This is not what it's going to look like when it's done. We'll use this one. This one has 2 coats, but again, it's still not done. It's the tutorial for my group this month. Where was I going with this? Okay, so I would describe this cup. Like, this is a Hog 20 ounce. It has, it's a galaxy style effect with a bunch of yellows and golds. And I tell you how much it is. This would be $50, and you can have any decal you want on it, blah, blah, blah. And I'd talk about that, all that. Every cup would have a random number assigned to them. This is the only way that I think that it could be fair. I haven't come up with any better solution to that. And so, so I give each cup a totally random number, and then I say something like, okay, if this is 28, okay, if you want this one, you comment sold 28, and then I need your email address. Don't do that right now because I'm not selling it right now. That's just how it works. And then I'll email you a link, and you can pay through that. And that's how I do the live sale. And then on the 7th, I think that's Monday, 4th, 7th, my website will be opening. And so then you can order custom tumblers. So custom tumblers have a 4 to 6 week turnaround time. If you're one of the first ones to order, you're closer to 4 weeks, sometimes sooner. If you're one of the later ones to order, it's closer to 6 weeks. But then you can kind of order whatever you want and colors that you want and all of that. So that's pretty customizable for whatever you want to do. And then the group is opening back up. Thank you, guys. The group is opening back up January 29th, and it's going to close February 1st. And it'll be probably at like 10 on February 1st, because I'm not a night owl. I'm also not a morning bird, like an afternoon pigeon. I don't know what I am, but I'm not a night owl, and I'm not a morning bird. So the live sale is the 4th. The opening of the website is the 7th. The group opens on the 29th and closes on the 1st. It's not going to open again until, to the public, it's not going to open again until like August, I think is the date I set, towards the end of August. So, yes, I think that was it. Fran, okay, so Fran, you said you have the weighted blanket, and your grandson does too. I've thought about getting one for Henry. He, I don't even know what his would be, because it's like 10% of your body weight, I think. So his would be like 4 pounds, 5 pounds, something like that. I've thought about getting one for him too, because he, his sleep has gotten worse. So he wakes up a lot in the middle of the night, and he'll go back to sleep, but... Jamie, the membership group is going to be $32, and I'm taking new members at the end of the month, but I won't take new members again. I'm not opening the group to the public again until I think August. I can't tell you that that's 100% true though. Something like that, July, August, something. When is your group to mentor? Okay, I already answered that. Oh, Cassie, thank you. How often do your groups go live? Suzanne, do you mean how often do I go live in the group? So let me just explain what the group is all about. So every single month I do 2 different design tutorials. They're all unique and they're all different. And so like this month, my group is going to get my cactus design and that honeybee. I don't know if y'all remember that one. That's what this is. It's not finished. I still have to finish the tutorial for it. It's later this month. And the honeybee tumbler. And then they'll also get some sort of skill tutorial. And what that is, it's something, usually that tutorial is a lot shorter. But it's something that is a skill you need to kind of help make your tumblers just better. I think this month we're doing, stripping, not like stripping, like tumbler stripping, like how to strip your tumblers. There's several different ways that you can do that. And then at the end of every month, I do a live Q&A where I answer any questions about tumbler making or your business for your tumblers or social media questions, things like that. And then we also, I'm sorry, I think I have something in my eye. It's probably glitter. I just started glittering again today. And we also, this is a new thing we started doing a couple months ago, is we have a challenge every single month, which is super fun. It kind of helps you step outside of your box and try something new, think about doing new ideas. And everybody posts their tumbler that they made for the challenge. So for example, the challenge that's open right now is a Valentine's Day challenge. And so it can be anything coupley, like about couples, because somebody posted one that was black, so not like traditional Valentine's Day colors, but it was about being a couple, which is sweet. And it can be any interpretation that you have of Valentine's Day. It doesn't matter. Everybody submits their videos or their pictures. I randomly select somebody. The reason I didn't do it where I pick somebody that I like was because I didn't feel like that was very fair. And that's like picking your favorite child. I couldn't do that. So I just pick a random number and then I count down that many. I use like a random number generator, and then I send them some free glitter. So when I first started, I would send them 3 bags of my favorite glitter from another company. But since I've started selling glitter to the group, and I'll eventually do it, I hope I'll eventually do it to the public. I don't know though. Now I send them 3 bags of my glitter, and I only package in 4 ounces right now. So that's 12 ounces of glitter for free. Shauna, we are afternoon pigeons. I don't do anything really well until like after 11 o'clock. Annie, isn't that true? Yes. Let's see. The group is 32 this time. Rosemary, you know that my spirit animal is a sloth, definitely. So totally off topic, but I love sloths. Like, I just think they're the cutest darn things ever. And I love Harry Potter because everybody should love Harry Potter. And so anyway, my husband for Christmas found me this t-shirt that says my Patronus is a sloth. And if you like Harry Potter, you'll get how cute that is. And I had a little sloth in it. I'll have to post a picture of it tomorrow. It's just so cute. How do you find out if you're in the group? Okay, so I have people that are trying to join the group right now. It's not open, so you won't get in right now. The 29th through the 1st, I'll post a link. I'll talk about it a lot. I promise if you have any sort of notifications set up for my page, whether you have live notifications on. And if you don't know how to do that, that's super simple. And that's not just for me. Like maybe you don't like me, and that's fine. Or maybe you have somebody else that you just love watching and you want to know when they go live. In any of the old live videos or when this one gets done, if you go in the top right-hand corner, there's going to be 3 dots. Not right now. You can't do it now because there's nothing here. There's 3 dots in the corner of the post. You have to do it on a live though that they've done. If you click that, one of your options is going to be turn on live notifications. So I have it on for 2 people and 2 people only. I have it on for Jennifer Allwood, who's my business coach and just an all-around awesome person. And I just love watching it. Now, do I watch every single one I get a notification for? No, but I like to know when she is live. And I also get one for Rachel Hollis, who again is another person I really just enjoy watching, although I haven't really watched a lot of hers recently because I just haven't had the time. So, Suzanne, I only go live definitely one time in the group. The tutorials are not live, and here's why. If I go live, I ramble, obviously. I talk a lot, and yeah, just there's a lot. And I don't want my tutorials to be like an hour long. And sometimes there's a lot of dry time between them. Sometimes like with this one, the yellow one I was showing you, I have to put 2 layers of epoxy on this before I do anything else. I couldn't do that live. And so what I do is I pre-record the tutorials, so they're much shorter. All of them are less than 30 minutes, and so they're quicker for you to watch. And if it's easier and quicker for you to watch, you're more likely to make the tumbler. And if you make the tumbler and you're selling, then you can actually sell the tumbler and then you can make some money. So that's why I do that. And so I do go live randomly in the group sometimes, but there's a definite one live tutorial. So Heather, I don't know how to answer your question. I don't know, honestly. I don't know why they say to do 10% of your body weight. I think that's what they said for the weighted blankets. I don't know. I would email somebody who like makes them maybe, because I honestly have no idea. Okay. Lori said that her puppy's fine. Oh, Brooklyn, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Erin, I'm accepting new members the 29th through the 1st of this month. It's $32 a month. You can leave whenever you want to. Oh, Shonda, thank you. I have missed being live. It's been really weird not going live. Oh, Erin, thank you. We did. We had a great holiday. I had a wonderful break. I actually feel like rested and just kind of chill. And I went live in the group the other day and somebody was like, you just seem more like yourself. And I almost cried because I'm like, yes, I feel more like myself. The Christmas rush was really, really hard. I mean, I appreciate it and I love all my customers and I'm so thankful, but it's still, it doesn't matter how many orders you get based on whatever it's still just very stressful when you have that super hard deadline like Christmas. So, Lisa, yes. Let's see. Of course, I'm way behind on comments. Let's see. Oh, Sean, apparently you can sign up for live notifications on this broadcast. Oh, Suzanne, I'm so excited. Okay, so Erin, the membership fee is for, think of it like multiple classes every single month. So it's a class that I teach you how to do something, but the benefit is that you can watch it whenever it's good for you. So I release things every single Wednesday, and so you know that that you're gonna get something on Wednesday every single month. Your job is to get the supplies and stuff you need. So I tell you in the videos what I'm using and what I've done, all the products I use. You don't have to use the exact same ones. Like a lot of times I'll tell you exactly what glitter colors I'm using, but maybe those are too expensive for you, or you're just, you're not ready to branch out and like purchase online. That's cool. You can use whatever you want. I just tell you what I'm using, if that makes sense. Yeah, Kimberly, I do talk a lot about business tips in my class. I answer, or in my group. Most of the time that's going to come up either questions that people ask in the group and I try to answer them. Like for example, the other day, I think it was this morning, someone said, I think this was Jamie, someone said that they had heard that it was best for you to do free shipping on your stuff and that you needed to incorporate the shipping price into your tumbler prices. Did anybody think that was a good idea? Had anybody done it? Blah, blah, blah. So I will answer, and of course I always answer, it's my opinion, what I think, but so that's a business type question. So yes, I do answer a lot of those. I answer a lot of those live. So Lisa, to run ads on your page, you need to do this through a computer, not your phone. I really don't recommend you doing it through your phone. But if you type in Ads Manager in Google, it's going to come up and it should take you to like this huge screen and it should walk you through that. Like there's a create button. You can tell who you want to see your stuff and you can set up all of that. Oh, Erin, I can't see the rest of your comment. Maggie, it's a little bit of both, but mostly most everything is housed in the group. Oh, Patricia wants to know what my opinion is. My opinion is no, you should not have free shipping. Here's the thing: Amazon, Walmart, and all of that, like, they can do free shipping for multiple reasons. Number one, they're huge corporations, and because they're shipping way more than we could ever hope to ship, they're going to get discounts through mail carriers, through UPS or through the USPS, whatever. They're going to get discounts. They can offer free shipping, and then they can turn around and add that to their products, like no big deal. For us, it is going to be a lot more difficult. If I had to add shipping into my prices, it would raise all of my prices up to, I'd raise my prices $10, which isn't really fair for people, number one, who pick up from me. I only have about 3 people that do that, but people who pick up from my house, they would still have to pay that extra $10 even though I'm not shipping their tumbler. So it's not fair to them. And number two, what about the people who live on the East Coast and it costs only $8 for them to ship? And that's not fair either, that they're having to pay more. And so, and here's my thoughts on it too. I love buying from small shops. This Christmas, I purchased a lot of different things from small shops that we gifted to people. This is one of them. I'm going to talk about this on my stories tomorrow. But when I am purchasing from a small shop, I am not expecting them to give me free shipping. I'm just not. It's different if we were selling like t-shirts and stuff. Like t-shirts, you can ship first class, and it costs, at most, first class is going to cost $4.10. That's the most. The least amount that you're going to have to pay for priority mail, which is what a tumbler is going to have to do, is going to, I think the least amount is like $7.70, something like that. So that's just, and that's my opinion, and I've been doing this over 2 years. I have never, not once, had anybody complain to me about shipping. I shipped a lady 2 tumblers in Australia one time. The shipping was $56, and she was like, okay, perfect. That was her response. So, so no, I don't think you should do free shipping. But now if you don't agree with me and you want to do it anyway, you do that. But also, here's the other thing too. Here's something else to remember. If you give, if for whatever reason, this has not happened to me very often at all, but for whatever reason, you have to give a refund to somebody. Let's say I always require people to send my tumblers back if they want a refund, and I didn't do anything wrong. Now, if I did something wrong, then if I need to give a refund, I will. But if they have to send it back to me. So when they send it back, if I have to refund them, I only have to refund them the cost of the tumbler. I don't refund shipping. I upheld my end of that bargain. So I never refund shipping. I only refund the actual price of the tumbler. So if you do it all together, you're going to lose that shipping amount if you have to do a refund, if that makes sense. So let's see. Yeah. All right. So how do I figure out shipping? I didn't mean for the conversation to go this way, but I'm super happy to answer questions. So I have only ever purchased or sold my products through Etsy and my website, and both of them have options in there where you can set up calculated shipping. And so I ship in the same box every single time. It's a 10 by 7 by 5 box. It's priority regional rate A. And so I put in the weight and the dimensions, and it calculates it for me based on where each person lives. And so if you have any type of website, yes. And so if you just want to do like a flat rate, like not like an actual flat rate box, because those cost more, don't do that. If you want to just charge like a flat fee for shipping, you could do anywhere between $8 and $10. $10 is probably better. either you're going to charge $10, it's going to cost a little bit less, and that's okay. Or you can charge $10 and it costs a little bit more. It's right there in the medium, and it'll end up evening out over time. Let's see. Is there a difference? Is there much difference between standard and premium? The biggest difference to me between standard and premium is I feel like standard yellows a little bit more, which isn't a big deal until you're doing a white glitter tumbler. And so I feel like that just yellows a little bit more, and premium doesn't do that. But otherwise, they mix the same. They feel like the same consistency. It's all the same, except premium costs more. Erin, I don't physically make my own glitter. Most people who sell glitter don't make their own unless they're like making a like a special mix, okay? But they purchase from like factories that produce large amounts. So there's several different ways that you can do that. You just need to get in contact with different ones and find out what's best for you. Some of them require you to fill out forms. You have to have an EIN number, which is a tax number, and do all of that. Some of them just require that you purchase a certain amount weight-wise. Some of them require that you purchase a certain amount of glitter, meaning you have to spend a certain amount of money. They're all different, and you just need to kind of reach out to them. I'm totally honest. I love it, but it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time to bag it up. And right now I'm only bagging up in 4-ounce increments. Most people sell in 2. I'm gonna have to talk to my group about this. I'm thinking about doing, offering both 2 and 4 ounces. It would be cheaper for people to buy the 4 ounces because it takes me less time I can do 1 in the amount of time it takes me to do 2. So, yeah. All right, Jessica, if somebody orders 2 tumblers, for the most part, 2, I can still fit in a priority regional rate A. If I can't, here's what I do. I usually try to reuse my Amazon boxes if I can. And if I can't, I have bigger boxes that I find on the USPS website if I can. You can also find several on Uline. But 10 by 10 by 7, I think was what I saw that would fit multiple. Haley, you want to wait 30 to 45 minutes. Kimberly, 10 by 7 by 5. Suzanne, I don't have a page for my glitter yet because I'm not offering it outside of the group right now. It's on my website, but you can't get to it without a password. Patricia, so for my group right now, I'm selling the 4 ounces for $14. So that's $7 per 2 ounces. And then, we also do, we're starting this month because this is fairly new. Like I've only made like 3 orders. We're also doing colors of the month, which is really, really fun, which is where I have a special sale on like 4 to 6 colors that I use in that month's tutorials. It's not every single color I use in the tutorials, but they're ones from that. And so those would be, I'm doing those for $11 for 4 ounces. Yeah, so 4 ounces, for those who are curious, hang on. Oh, goodness. All right, so these are the jars that I use, like this. I like the square ones. I feel like they fit better on my shelf. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but it feels better. So I do the square. Like this. Amazon's out of them. Some people in my group found some similar ones. It's got a big opening and some small ones. And this is 9.5 ounces by volume. 4 ounces easily fits in here. And it fills it up to about right here. This is not, you can tell I've used some of that. So whenever I purchase glitter, I always go ahead and purchase 4 ounces because I want my shaker filled. But I know some people don't do that. And so I did want to offer the 2 ounce option. But it would be a little bit more. So like, for example, if I sold the 4 ounce, or I would sell the 2 ounce, I would change my 4 ounce price. And I haven't even talked to my group about this yet, or Shauna for that matter. I would sell my 2 ounce for $7, and then my 14 ounce for like, or my 4 ounce for like 13 or something like that. I don't know. It's still a thought. We haven't fully done all that. All right, Megan, usually if people want a painted, I can't see all of your questions, so I'm going to guess what your question was. If people want a painted cup, I paint it. Normally, I go ahead, I wait 24 hours, and then if I can, if the decal's not too crazy or whatever, I very gently go ahead and put the decal on, and then usually 1 layer of epoxy is good. Chris, yes, the sale on Friday is open to everybody on this page. Oh, Trisha, thank you. You are so sweet. All right, Marie likes the 4 ounces. That's good. We obviously have not. If you're in the group and you're here, you're like, I have no idea what she's even talking about. That's, I like to keep you on your toes. I mean, Shauna doesn't even know what I'm talking about because I haven't mentioned it to her yet. How far do your glitter shakers normally go? Do they last a while before you run out? Okay, Patricia, it's really hard to answer that question because it honestly depends on the color. So, for example, this one is a color I use all the time. I use it a lot, and I filled this up maybe, now also I haven't done a lot of glittering since Christmas ended. But I've done two or three tumblers, I think, with this, and you can tell it's like right here. But I use this one a lot, so it's going to run out faster. My white I use all the time, and I refill that one weekly. I have to refill it almost every single week. So it honestly just depends on the color and how often you use it. So like white and black are very popular colors for me. So are that pink. And it really, honestly, it's one of those things too where like, I swear it varies. It varies month to month. Like some people, or some months, it's like everybody wants a white tumbler with a colored bottom. And so I go through white like crazy. And then some months I have no white stuff. So it just depends on the colors and how often you use them. Okay. Let's see. The sale on Friday is a live sale, and so that means that I have cups that are already partially completed, and all you have to do is pick out your decal and add that. And so it's live, meaning I go live, I show you the cup, and the first person to comment sold with the number gets it. Chris, it is $32 to join the group, and then you can join it. I'll have a link posted where you can go to pay at the end of the month. So, and I do want to say this too in regards to the glitter. So the group actually gets a discounted price. When I open it to the public, the pricing will be different. So the group will always pay less than whatever the public pays, which means anybody outside the group. And so I'm still trying to decide 100% on pricing. And that's why the women in my group are so amazing, because they know, since they joined during the beta launch, that they're kind of like guinea pigs. And we're just trying to work out all of the kinks, so to speak. Heather, what I do, first of all, you're never going to get every single speck of glitter out, especially the metallic ones, because for whatever reason, they are super staticky. The iridescent ones aren't as bad, but I just take a dryer sheet and I rub it all over the outside of the bag. So in case you want to know, this is 4 ounces. This is what 4 ounces look like. And then I do like this, and I cut this part. Now, if you already have some in your shaker and you're not sure if you can fit 4 ounces in there, don't cut the bottom. But you can do it from the top part. But yeah, so this is an iridescent one, and you can see that not as much sticks up there. Yeah, Heather, pink goes fast, so fast. Jennifer, the live sale, the same prices as on my website. The biggest difference is that you get them faster because they're already mostly done. So, okay, friends. So that was I feel like that was a good first one to jump back in. So I will be here every day at 8:30 ish. If you have followed me for a little while, you know I'm not super great about always being on time. I try super duper hard, but I'm not great about it. So, so yeah. And I'm gonna, another thing too this month is, I'm gonna glitter, obviously, tumblers and epoxy tumblers and stuff, but I want to do other projects that involve glitter and or epoxy. And so have some other fun things that we do, to give you other ideas if you need to sell things and just fun stuff. So I have a lot of ideas. Hopefully they'll go okay. But just a reminder that if you share my my live videos, it means a lot to me. You don't get anything special, except for my love. You get that. Because that's how people find me, is when you share my lives to your personal profile. So I appreciate all of you guys, and I will see you tomorrow at 8:30. This is EST. Bye, guys.